Cancer, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for late August, early September 2023. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know, I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business as usual and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we could dip our toes in the energy and see what's going on for the lovely Cancerians out there as we move on into September, late August. Here we go. My guides, talk to me about the crabs. What do we got going on? And, you know, we're going to take a real quick look at this first card, then we'll get into the full reading itself. And at the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot, just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean in on, which is always interesting. But let's get it going here. Let's rock and see what we got for Cancer. Please, my guides, talk to me. What's up with my friends? As we move through the year. There it is. Thank you very much. Okay, so there's a big object of focus here with this first card. Interesting stuff. Now, don't get too nervous about the imagery. Like, yeah, we have the big bad wolf and Little Red Riding Hood. To me, this card doesn't raise like a lot of red flags or sirens. It's more about focus or what you might be focused on. But there is some nuance and detail there. Before we fully dive into it, though, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the August subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. Also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know, I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, into the reading. Let's talk about the cards. So we see the woods, that big bad wolf in the background. We got Little Red Riding Hood in the middle of the path, and obviously that wolf is honed in, looking, watching, analyzing. So for some of you, I always say there might be something that is taking up a lot of your focus, or something that should be taking up a lot of your focus. This is a card that shows up often when you have someone under your microscope, or maybe someone's like maybe you're under someone, or vice versa. You get what I mean? Like someone's watching another. This is very Page of Swords type of energy. Now, I don't feel like it's like raise the alarm and stuff like that. We need to worry about it. We need to really see what's going on within the reading itself. But someone might have some eyes on when this card is here. Sure. I mean, and that's very common, right? Like, we're social creatures, and there's always someone watching us in one form or another, especially in this day and age. But yeah, big thing, make sure what you're focusing on, who and what you're focusing on, is a proper use of your energy and attention. So let's just leave it there. We're not going to go into any more depth on that. It is what it is. I always say the first card, it doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a footnote. So let's get into tarot. I'm going to get you 3 cards in the upright. Then we'll get into that intuitive, juicy stuff. So let's get this deck ready. Let's shuffle it up one time for the Cancerians and see what we got this week. And while we get the deck ready, let's talk about last week's reading, because it was interesting, as usual, for a Cancer reading. It was titled A Sudden Change. And I've been seeing that in a lot of different signs, a lot of change, transformation, metamorphosis, a lot of things popping up out of nowhere. It seems like a lot of signs have been dealing with that. But for all you Cancerians, like, there might be various things changing in this time, whether it's personal relationships, maybe work things, who knows? Like, it really depends on what you're going through. But that energy could still bleed over into the coming weeks. So just know, like, there could be a lot of different things changing in your life in this time. But let's see what we have for you this week. As you know, energy is very fluid, never set in stone. So only take this how it hits for you, because we could be seeing your energy or someone you're linked to. So let's get it going. What's up with Cancer, please? Guys, let's get this first card going. All right, so the mystery is showing up still. We have the 2 of Swords in position number 1. Nothing to worry about. This, yeah, sometimes it could be indecision and stuff like that, but this is mainly one of my big cards of mystery. So we're starting off with a little bit of mystery. Let's get a couple more. Let's get a couple more and build this picture. Action, yeah. Someone might do something that you don't see. Well, yeah, very similar stuff. Okay, we got Judgment right there in position number 2. Could be coming to some sort of decision as well. Let's get one more. Death card. Don't be nervous about the Death card, because it's all very similar to what I was speaking about with all of the change, the metamorphosis. Okay, so we're gonna have to talk about this, Cancer, because we have a lot of very, very powerful cards showing up for you this week. Let's go through. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes, then we'll get into that intuitive stuff. So at first look, first glance, when I look down here, I feel the power in all of this. Obviously, we have this little bit of mystery in the front. These 2 cards are 2 of the most powerful karmic cards, change-based cards, metamorphosis, transformation, whatever you want to call it. They're extremely powerful major arcana. Now, I always say all major arcana are powerful in their own right. These 2 are like S-tier power. So it's going to be interesting to see how they play out. But I want to go through one by one. We'll really start to build out this story together. Position number 1, we have the Two of Swords. Now, in tarot, all twos represent partnerships. It could represent being at a crossroads, a fork in the road, time to make a decision. Do I go left? Do I go right? Do I go up? Do I go down? So sometimes with this Two of Swords, it could represent somebody that is indecisive, or it could represent someone that's confused as well. Like, oh, I don't know what to do. I don't know where. Like, there might be something that has happened or does happen that's like a little baffling to you when this card shows up. Like, you just don't get it for some reason. But a big thing, like I said, the biggest thing with the Two of Swords to me, because it's at nighttime, because the person is hoodwinked and blindfolded, to me is a card that is representative of mystery, the unseen, the unknown, the surprising, the unexpected, things that we don't quite see just yet. So the clarifier for this is going to be important because it could be telling us something that we don't quite see coming just yet. And let me tell you, my friends, the fact that we have Judgment coming up right next to it, like, that is something that pops up like literally quick, fast, powerful, out of nowhere. Now, I will say this, if you are making a choice or a decision, if you are at a crossroads in life, the fact that we have the Two of Swords and Judgment right next to it, this is somebody coming up with like a final choice, final decision, or makes a decision, like makes a judgment call. Because the Judgment card could literally be judgment, okay? Like making a judgment about something or a situation. But when I see this, I generally think of explosive, powerful action, like coming in like a rocket, boom, like it's going. So when I combine the Two of Swords, the surprise, with Judgment, is this very tower-like energy where, and not every tower is a bad tower, but there could be certain things that are a little shocking, a little out of nowhere when we have this type of energy, which is fine. Life includes stuff like that. Judgment also could be about the past coming back around, things coming back up. Judgment is, aside from the transformation, is extremely karmic. It is angelic as well. Notice we have the Archangel Gabriel here. So there is some level and layer of protection and guidance within this card. So it's nothing to really get too nervous about when we have it. But it is extremely powerful. Like I said, it does have some tower tendencies when we combine all these cards together, that there could be things popping up out of nowhere, a little shocking in their ways. Now, moving to the back end, and we'll get more detail on all of it, we have the Death card. Once again, don't be nervous about this card. I actually did a little quiz about this in the community tab this week, that this is often misunderstood when we see the Death card. It represents a zodiac sign of Scorpio, so you might be connected to a Scorpio when this card shows up. And what is it about? Once again, transformation, the cycles of life, endings, beginnings, renewal is a big thing with this card, like rising from the ashes like a phoenix. I always love using that phrase because it's so true with this card. Now, sometimes it could represent things closing out, but it also sees a little further down the road, not just the ending, but what springs forth from it. When we get the Death card, it is also extremely karmic. So the fact that we have two powerful karmic cards in this, we're going to want to see if like there are karmic archetypes at play, which makes sense when you might be going through a lot of change and metamorphosis. So let's just put the Death card down right there. I want to dive deeper on all of it, Cancer. Let's jump in and clarify. All right, let's get a good shuffle here for you, my friends. Let's see what's going on, my guides. And yes, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on that Two of Swords. And yes, if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you're feeling any messages that you want to give to Cancer, you drop it in the comments. I don't mind at all. All right, Two of Swords time. Why is it here? Thank you. Yeah, something big coming down the pipeline. We have Temperance in reverse. Usually this is a card of patience, relax, chilling back. Like there is something in the works. There is something coming down the pipeline, that's for sure. A lot of you, I don't want to use like an ominous term like brace yourself or be ready for it, but that's kind of like the vibe I'm getting. And once again, we'll see when we get to Judgment whether this is like positive or if it's a challenge. But Temperance, the fact that it's in reverse, I will say this, it has the Archangel Michael on it. So once again, we have this angelic protection. with Gabriel, with Michael. These are beautiful angelic protections. So whatever the situation is you're going through, you'll be fine. Or whatever does pop up, you're going to be fine. Everything will be okay, since there's so much angelic protective type of energy here. But if you're not connected to the Sagittarius, which you might be with this energy, the fact that it shows up in reverse is once again an indicator of action. So when we get the surprise with the Temperance surrounded by Judgment, there might be a lot of surprising, shocking situations going on, or things that just pop up that you didn't see coming. It's generally saying expect the unexpected, because if you look at how it's laid out with the mystery here, we got the two indicators of just emanating change, like exploding outward. So I really want to see how it shows up within the rest of the context of the reading. But whether it's somebody's actions, like somebody doing something unexpected or surprising, or just a situation in general, that's what I'm picking up here. So it is kind of similar to like be ready for a brace yourself type of energy. Let's see what's up with Judgment. You know me, I don't like being a fear monger. I don't really like to dwell on the challenges of the reading. But let's see what's up with Judgment. If I do see it though, you know I always tell it to you straight up. So why is Judgment here? Thank you. Knight of Swords in reverse, okay. So for a portion of you, you might have some issues with air signs in this time. Watch out for that. Okay. So I have a lot of things beginning, a lot of things starting, a lot of things stopping. Okay, like we're getting a whole mixed grab bag here. Now the Knight of Swords is usually, sometimes, a card of conflict, forward movement, forward momentum. So whereas I said from this Two of Swords, we have this emanating energy of action and the unexpected happening. This Knight of Swords in reverse is kind of calming it down and tempering this energy a little bit. So I don't think I need to really give a huge warning about this. Now the Knight of Swords could be telling us the fact that it's in reverse. Don't flee from this. Whatever it might be, whatever the situation might be, or whatever this individual might do, whatever this unexpected, surprising thing that happens, don't flee from it, but face it head on. Like that's the best way to, like that's just the vibe I'm picking up intuitively. Like that is the best advice. Like whatever it is you're going through that may be tough or may have caught you by surprise, face it head on if possible. Accept it for what it is, see it for what it is type of energy. That's just what Spirit's saying right here through the spread to me, okay? Like, don't avoid it. Don't avoid something. Try your best not to suppress things. Just face it head on. That's just the vibe I'm picking up. So we're going to keep moving over to the Death card. We still do have these big karmic undertypes or undertones that I want to see if they show up in the Death card. This could also represent something that's unavoidable. Like it's something that like it's going to happen like one way or another. So let's see what's up with the Death card. Then we'll do a quick recap before we get into the Shadow card. Tower-like energy, but I feel like it's a little up in the air if it's whether it's going to be a good tower, a good shock, or a challenging one. Like there's a lot of things up in the air in this read. So let's go in on Death, and we'll do our recap. This Death here. Thank you. Yeah, okay. So things aren't going to spin out of control to the point where it's going to have like a crazy long-lasting impact and it's going to be like life-changing. We have the King of Swords in the upright. Now, this is a stern, serious type of card. It's plan-based, it's analytical, it's determined. The fact that it's in the upright is good because I do feel like this is someone who could keep things under control. So whatever these things are that are going on, you might take it much better than most others would around you. Like, I feel like you could have a control over the situation. You could have control over your emotions and your thoughts here. However, I do have to say, with all this karmic energy, I need to just say, like, a lot of Cancers could be going through big karmic cycles, karmic shifts. So this could be a warning from Spirit that, like, hey, not that you're learning a karmic lesson, but these are changes or these are karmic shifts that need to happen. So this is a little bit of a karmic warning, but I do feel someone embracing it and handling it well on the end or in the end. So whatever it is you may be going through, whatever it is that's happening or does come up, like I do feel like you'll be able to go with the flow and handle it and really not have it derail you too much. There is this protective energy. There's this energy that tempers it down. And with this King of Swords underneath the Death card, I do feel like the end result will be okay. Everything will be okay. Everything will be fine. Okay, because this is big boss type of energy. Now, of course, we have those big links here to air signs that you could be having some choppy waters with and stuff like that. But I don't feel like that's the main message. Let's go through and do a quick little recap here, Cancer, because there's a lot going on. There's a lot of powerful energy. Let's go through before we get into the shadow card. But in position number 1, we got the Two of Swords with Temperance in reverse. And I did say this felt like Spirit saying, like giving you a bit of a brace yourself moment, be prepared for this type moment. Because emanating from the Two of Swords, we have all this action and momentum happening. Like it could be changes that can't be avoided, or the karmic shifts that I was already speaking about towards the end. But as we move to the center, if this isn't somebody making surprising or shocking actions, like this could just be things popping up, and that's okay. We have Judgment with the Knight of Swords in reverse. Best advice is to accept certain things for what they are and to face them head on. Don't try to flee from it, because this is Spirit saying like you can't really run from it or flee from it. It is what it is. So just like see it for what it is. And I know that might sound, I don't want it to sound harsh or cold, but that's just what the vibe is telling me right here. The best way is to meet something head on. Moving to the back end, we do have the Death card with the King of Swords in the upright. And I do think you do that, right? I think you live up to whatever challenges, or you live up to whatever situations are going on. We have the big karmic energy. I did say there is that little warning about a karmic change or a karmic shift. So there might be a karmic warning at play. But I feel like you're going to handle this well, and you're going to keep everything under control, and it's not going to derail you, because there's so much protective energy. So please take a screenshot of that, Cancer. Very interesting. I would look into this reading a little more. I might study it a little more later. But let's see what's in the shadows for Cancer. I'm going to shuffle it up one time and see what shadow card we have for you, my friends. To my gods. And I do believe this is a nice introspective piece of the reading, just to look within real quick and see what's up, what's in the shadows, whether it's within yourself or maybe it's tied into this mysterious energy. That could absolutely be possible. So what do we got for Cancer, please? Thank you. Okay, we got the Three of Pentacles. Work scenarios, money scenarios could really be at the forefront in this time when we have the Three of Pentacles showing up. So let's get these cards off to the side. So classically, the Three of Pentacles is a big card of teamwork. Teamwork makes the dream work. For a portion of you, you might feel like you don't get enough help, or you might feel like you need some more assistance or help in whatever it is, whether it's at work, whether it's your daily task. And there's nothing wrong with needing a little bit of assistance when this card shows up in the shadows. If you need help, if you need assistance, you need some clarity, don't be afraid to ask for it. That's what this card tells us as a shadow card. But also, keep in mind that the prominence of work and money things could really be up at the forefront. So Spirit might be wanting to alert you about topics involving that. So just do with that what you will, my friends. I'm not even going to go the other route. I don't feel like it's somebody messing up a group dynamic, but we'll just leave that as is, Cancer. That's what I have for you this week. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give the details of the August subscriber surprise. For the August subscriber surprise, I'll be picking 3 winners for 3 different tarot decks. It will be a winner's choice this month. So if you want the Gilded Tarot, it's your choice. If you want the Witch's Tarot or anything under $40 US, 3 winners will be chosen. So if you'd like to get your name in for that, it's 2 simple things. As always, my friends, first, you must be subscribed, which I'm sure you already are. And second, let me know down in the comments what you think is the best use for tarot. Speaking to spirit, shadow work, inner work, confusion, you'll be entered to win. And at the end of the month in August, I'll announce the winners of my community tab. As always, my friends, much love. I'll see you soon.